Did you know that there were 3 Transformers who, by making a single split-second decision, possibly saved the entire universe? Interlinking with the story's events between Titans Magazine's Prelude Optimus Prime and IDW's movie prequel Issue 1 and Planetfall. Megatron tosses Bumblebee to the side after ripping off his right arm and tearing out his voice box, realising the whole thing was a setup and that Bumblebee was nothing more than just a mere distraction. Megatron was so close, but he wasn't done yet. Tyger-Pax had been a complete distraction this whole time to lure Megatron to it, giving Optimus Prime the precious time he needed to make necessary preparations in Syntha. But it was almost already too late. The ALLSPARK was already launched, as everyone watches on in horror as it makes its way towards the Alcaris Anomaly, which is a wormhole located near Cybertron. The Alcaris Anomaly has one entry point and it's said to have an infinite number of exits, meaning whatever or whoever enters it will come out of the wormhole at an entirely unpredictable and unknown location. Megatron was furious, and in a fit of rage, he takes flight as he was the only capable Cybertronian able to catch the ALLSPARK now. He doesn't hesitate. He takes flight immediately in his interstellar jet mode. He flies out of Cybertron's orbit, past its moon. But then, just as Megatron is within reach of the ALLSPARK, his final goal, the worst happens to him. The unthinkable! Stationed on Cybertron's moon are 3 valiant Autobots who lock onto Megatron with a tractor beam and reel him in. Megatron knows that this has cost him greatly, and he wants to kill those responsible for this delay. He wants to resist. He wants to pull against the tractor beam. But, to much surprise, he knows this tractor beam is more than a match for him. Of sufficient cohesive density to contain even me. Megatron is no idiot. He knows this can go one of 2 ways. He either struggles and fights against the tractor beam, which he would eventually succumb to, or which would just prolong his pursuit of the ALLSPARK. Or he can opt for the quicker option. Allow the tractor beam to reel him in. Let the Autobots think that they have him. And when he is within range of it, blast it and waste no more time in continuing his pursuit. Which is exactly what Megatron does. Destroying the tractor beam with his reverse particle stream, Megatron turns his attention to the 3 Autobots responsible. Jazz, Ironhide, and Ratchet. The anger is way too much for him and it almost takes over Megatron. He wants to kill each one of them for this delay that they have caused, for potentially costing him the ALLSPARK and the chance to change the course of the future. This one annoying little interference has cost him everything. But he comes to. He realises that by doing this, he's playing into the Autobots' hand. So instead, I delegate. For daring to engage me directly, I give them Devastator. Megatron resumes his chase of the ALLSPARK, but he was now too far behind. Even with his incredible speeds, the ALLSPARK entered the event horizon, and by the time Megatron reaches it, he's already too late. But the mighty Megatron is far too determined, and all's while knowing the potential repercussions of what he's about to do. He chooses to enter the Alcaris Anomaly himself, and emerges only to find that he's exited through what appears to be a different exit than what the ALLSPARK went through. The ALLSPARK? There is no trace. And that is the last anyone on Cybertron ever saw of their Decepticon leader Megatron. Back on the surface of Cybertron's moon, Devastator, who is not actually Brawl, but I will get onto that in a moment, Devastator launches a fold space warhead at the Autobots, not caring that he himself will also be in the blast radius should he fire it. A fold space warhead is a weapon that is not actually damaging, but instead it causes anything within its blast radius to be randomly displaced in a completely random location in the universe. It's an illegal weapon, outlawed decacycles ago due to its unpredictable outcomes. But that didn't stop Megatron from breaking the law. Megatron had already equipped Devastator with a warhead, and Devastator fires, teleporting Jazz, Ironhide, Ratchet, and even himself to somewhere random and unknown, lost in space. A nice little detail here is that Devastator's bandelier's colour is actually purple, whilst Devastator himself is green. It's a nice little indicating nod to the G1 Devastator having a green and purple colour palette. And just like that, the 3 Autobots that made the decision to simply press a button and lock Megatron in a tractor beam potentially saved their race, Cybertron, and the universe from Megatron getting his hands on the ALLSPARK. If they didn't press that button, if they didn't do that, with Megatron's insane speeds, he would have definitely reached the ALLSPARK and claimed it before it reached the Alcaris anomaly. And who knows how the events would have played out then. The events of the first movie would never have happened. Megatron would have never been discovered in the ice by Archibald Witwicky, and he would have never gone insane. Perhaps Sam would have grown up with how his sane great-great-grandfather was just a famous pioneer, and not someone who, unfortunately, lost his mind, as he put it. I think that this just goes to show that everyone, no matter how small someone thinks you are, no matter how much of a bully might try and put you down, everyone can make a difference. And sometimes that difference isn't realised until later down the line. But the consequences that you may have unknowingly saved the world from would be incomprehensible. Now, the elephant in the room. Not Beast Wars, don't worry, it's not Elefunga. It's not Elefunga, don't worry. He's not come to attack me with his impenetrable shields. But the elephant in the room, Devastator. In short, Brawl in the first film is not Brawl. It's Devastator. Brawl's twin brother. This was not Brawl in the comic. This was Devastator. This rabbit hole goes deeper than the Alcaris anomaly. So if you do want me to make a dedicated video on Brawl and Devastator misconceptions, let me know in the comments. And if you have any questions about the Michael Bay movies, the live action universe in general, why does this character do this? Why does this character appear this way? What is the character's backstory? Please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments, request a video, and I will happily do my best to make it. Now if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, please comment, rate, share and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow me on Instagram at TFWiki. Also join the Discord, link in the description box below. Till next time, Decepticons, rally to me, transform and rise up!